Isn't that working? Live. Okay, there I am. Hi, Julianne. Can you hear? Uh-oh. I think I froze. 1 second here. Um, can you tell me if you can see and hear me? Hi, Mary. Hi, Sharon from San Francisco. Can you guys just put in the chat if you can see and hear me? I'm using a new streaming software and I want to make sure it's working. Okay, so you can see and hear because this is so confusing. Hi, Charlotte from New York. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Hi, April, Adrian. I can see and hear you. Excellent. Mary, Linda, Sharon. Yeah, okay. It's so nerve-wracking when you go to try something new and you're just like sitting there wondering, okay, is it happening? Is it working? Can see and hear you. Excellent. Hi from Oklahoma. Mima. Good to have you guys here, Linda in Maryland, another Linda in Pittsburgh, April in Connecticut. I am, huh, I feel like I'm doing something a little bit wrong here because I see myself in two different places and I'm not sure which one is the correct one, but I'm going to, let me just, hello from Texas. Hey. Yeah, so if I switch cameras, okay, see me there, see my laptop. Okay, I hope I'm coming through in real time. I'm just getting really confused with the other, yes, double trouble. I I feel like can what you we can only see one of you. Okay. And am I matching? Is my am I like um stalling and or does it seem like it's kind of like real time, which is what it's supposed to be, more real time and not um, a delay. Okay, I'm hoping it's just going fine. Turn this light on. Well, thank you so much for all being here. I really appreciate it. Um, excellent. Thank you. It's so different. I am not. I feel like I'm good with a computer, but when you throw a new program at me, I'm kind of I get like super nervous. Um 1964 T teal time. Yep. My when I was born, found these on the internet and I bought one for me and one for my sister. Hers was 63, mine's 64. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. Norma, you're not late. We're just starting. I just started like 4 minutes ago, so everything's good. And we're gonna start our pattern. I don't know if you guys already started cutting or anything, or if you're making this, or if you're making something different. I have not cut anything. It was really hard for me to just wait because I wanted to do it live on camera. But then again, I also wanted to just start sewing. Um, so hi Lorraine from Connecticut. Whew, excellent. Oh, this is just crazy confusing to me, but I'm gonna press on because okay, good, real time. Oh, so I know which camera I'm looking at. Okay, I'm gonna get started. I don't know. The nice thing about this pattern is it is all 2.5 inch strips. So, with the exception of the squares in the center, in these little center squares, which are like, I think 6.5. And then the border, I think, is like 2.5 and then one 3.5. Hi, Georgette from Tennessee. Good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Um, So I made mine, you can see back there on the wall. And then I decided that I really wanted to make another one, but in lighter colors. I don't usually do dark backgrounds or black backgrounds. I've only done like 2 or 3 quilts ever that had a black, maybe 4 or 5. But when you consider the amount of years that I've been quilting, that's really, really a low percentage of um, quilts that have a dark background. So I'm going to use my Kona, oops, can you see my Kona bone, I believe that is for my background. And then I'm using, and that's going to be all the places where it's black. And then the gold, I'm going to use a jelly roll that I have. This is Moda. Oh gosh, I can't even see. It's covered with the pretty ribbon, but it's a Moda pack. Oh, strawberry lemonade. And I thought that would be really pretty to try and do one with as a scrappy instead of a 2 color, which is a really easy transition because when you look at the directions, it has you need 24 2.5 inch strips. So you can do those, mix and match 24 strips for your quilt from different fabrics. So I'm going to go ahead and get started cutting my background. Hi Gail. Oh, hey Gail. You're from Canada, right? You were in my membership. Am I getting that wrong? I think that was you, Gail. Donnell Stitchery, thanks for being here, and Pam. And okay, I'm going to start cutting. I've got my Kona here, and I tried to make it so that, okay, maybe I need more light. Oh, plugging in does help. Plug this in. Oops, plug this in and then the cord came out. 1 second, I just need to get a little bit more light because I feel like it's too dark over here, and get this light on. Power light. Ooh, there. Okay, so directions say, okay, I have to read this again too. So for my background, I need 12 2.5 to 6.5. Do that. Okay. And I'm really doing my best here to not have to use anything. I didn't buy any fabric for this one. I'm sure I am not the only one who has a ton of fabric stash already at home. So I've been making myself try to just use the fabrics that I have. And, now that Joann's is done and not real close and handy, it's better to just use what I have. I'm going to use my stripology roller, cut my 2.5 inch strips. All right here, there. Uh-oh. I, I don't see my, where is my rotary cutter? Uh-oh. Up, found it. Have you guys used the Stripology? I really like it because I like doing strip piecing quilts. So I like using the Stripology. It helps to cut back on a lot of measuring for me. And I'm I just look at these squares here. I don't know if you can see the 2.5 inch markings are denoted by squares. So I just have to put my rotary blade in that square, and I know that I'm getting 2.5 inch wide strips. Camera is slightly backward. So just give another clean cut here. There goes my cover. I got this new sewing table and I do really like it, but I'm finding out, of course, after I get it home and get situated, that I don't have um hmm, okay, but I don't have the width to hold my big, huge 24 by 36. Is that what this is? Yeah. Cutting mat. I thought that it would fit, but it's too big for the mat. So, okay, so I've got 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I need 12. Oh, yeah, see, that's bugs the heck out of me because I used to have a surface that was so large that I could have large cuts of fabric up here and all of it sitting on the table without the cutting mat getting being pushed over the side of the table. But now my cutting mat is, so that kind of is a bummer. But a lot of times you just don't know until you get things home and you start working with them in real life what you're dealing with. So I'm going to continue this back over here. Oh, April, you're doing a quilt of valor. Is one jelly roll enough? Yes, because the jelly roll has, April, the jelly roll has what, 42 strips? And for this, for the inside of the quilt, all you're going to need is 24 of those. Um, the rest, I mean, you will need some strips for the borders, but you can decide if you want to do jelly roll strips and sew them together and have like a mixed border, do a whole separate border with a different fabric, or, once you get to that point, you can decide. I might just, for me personally, I might find some fabric, even though I said I wasn't going to buy anything. I might find some fabric that kind of does have like maybe a peachy color in it that matches this, and use that for my outer border. The inner border is going to be the background color, but the outer border I might, because also, yeah, the outer border is like 3.5 or 4 inches, so can't use the jelly roll for the outer border. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I don't know about you guys, but when I'm sewing, I like to wait because I sometimes I don't know what I want to do for the border. I might want something a little bit different. Put this over here some. And so I don't usually cut my border strips to start if I'm unsure what I might want to do because I might want to do a different color. So I am so I will need them for the so I've got like 12 for my strip sets, and then I just need the rest for the sashing. Oops, wait a second. Oh yeah, see, I'm getting confused. I'm looking at the wrong. Yeah, 12, 6. Okay. I might just cut the rest for the sashing since I'm here. So that I will do. It's gonna see. Wind up. Sometimes I just don't know where to line up this stripology ruler. There's so many lines. It's like, which ones? Okay, so I got 12 inside border sashing. So I need 12 more for the sashing and the inner border. And I just throw those ones on the floor so I don't get confused and I know that they're for the borders. I did not measure my yardage before I started, but I know I have extra Kona bone if I do need more. Oh, hi, Vicky from Alaska. Vicky's having trouble opening the chat, but she's from Alaska and she's on here. Oh wait, what's it? Oh, it's working now. Okay, cool. Um, Mima says she's have not thought about a quilts of valor. Have several jelly rolls that would work for that. Oh, there's Vicky. Okay, I see you now. Oh, Norma, thanks for being here. There's no such thing as late. We're here for a few hours. Okay, so I cut 8. I need 4 more. This straight. Yeah, so just so you guys know, I this pattern is a free pattern for Baby Lock. I'm an ambassador for them and I do several projects a year that are free and they're always going to be on the Baby Lock website in the projects section. And so I'll always let you know when I have um, a free project that you can download for free quilt pattern. And maybe we could just make a habit of making those. I've got some fun stuff on there if you look, or even if you look on my website, there's one that was kind of one of my favorites, which was a house. I'm going to grab it. Okay, this is the house table runner that is also a free project on the Baby Lock guide, the Baby Lock website, the project. It's also on my website. If you want to do houses, it was really surprisingly very simple. I don't know, I'll give you a close up. You can see that it's nothing complicated, no paper piecing, just straight regular piecing and fun. I did a fun little um, feather motif in the border and just kind of had some fun with it. So maybe, that's something that you might want to look at. Julianne, I thought about the table tray. It's kind of a skinny opening, but I am on the lookout for something that's skinny that will be level with my sewing table. But thank you. Okay, back to me not knowing where I left off. 8. I need 4 more. Four. All those on the floor. Then I just need my 6-inch squares. Yep, that'll do it. Are you guys getting a warm spell where you are? But yesterday it was in the 80s. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and I'm in Colorado. This is supposed to be our snowiest month, but yeah, record highs in the 80s. So I think we're supposed to get a cold front come through on maybe Sunday or Monday, but probably still won't be that cold. It's just been unseasonably really warm out here. So, okay, so let's move this back over. I can't count from that side. 6.5. All right, 6. Yeah, 13. Yeah, this quilt comes together so fast. So if you guys, I think I'll probably hold and do another sew in next Friday and just keep going till I'm done with this quilt if I can keep myself from moving ahead. So I'm just gonna layer and cut my 6.5 inch strips into 6.5 inch squares. I got this ruler or this cutting mat, and the one thing I hate about it is I'm left-handed, and the numbers start from the left-hand side to the right, and I always start cutting on the right-hand side and use my left hand to cut. So one thing I dislike about this also, again, I didn't realize till I got home. I was all excited to get a new white big cutting mat, and then I can't use the numbers, so I had to draw them on. 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oopsie. Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. All these lights, it's killing me. Throw that over the side. I think I'm ready to start. Oh, I gotta pick my colors I want from my jelly roll strip. Take this off my this because it bugs me. I'm gonna see if this is a little. I turn this down, or if I even turn it off. Well, I can still see the overhead lights on. It's a little, just go a little bit. Okay. Break into this. So we can see these colors as I lay them out. Yeah, it's over them. They are. Because I only need 24, I got to decide which colors I want, and I'm going to take all the ones that are more dark. These are so dang pretty. Oh my gosh, I love this. I might not even be able to use that. Let's see, I got this way. Oh wow, there's like 3 different. Oh, there's a lot of different ones. Okay. It's gonna be hard to decide. Let's roll these. Just want to make sure I get all the. This color is so pretty. I love florals. Uh, Gingham is pretty. I'm gonna run out of room on my table, out of the camera view, because there's so many. I'm just gonna kind of stack those. This value. Love these. It's kind of a like a vintage calico kind of prints. Some of these a little bit. Oh, there's that more gingham. I don't usually do greens, but these are really pretty. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have a hard time deciding which ones. Hi Raven, thanks for finding me. Oh, it was 53 in New York, Charlotte. That's kind of, is that warm for New York, or I guess because isn't New York mostly colder? I don't know. I was born in New York, but I've never been there because my dad was in the Air Force and we moved when I was a baby, so like to go back. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. I might even, you know what? I might even make extra squares and make my quilt bigger just so I can use up some more of these strips because they're so pretty. I don't know. I'm just talking off the cuff. I'm just saying that out loud now. I don't know if that's really what I'll do, but that would help to be able to incorporate more colors if I use some, if I make it bigger. Gosh, there's a lot of these. Seems like bigger than the normal jelly roll, but I guess not. It's just me. Because I really like this orange. I don't usually do much with orange, but that's pretty. Okay. The rest of these are like really light. Ooh, that's pretty though. Light and value. I don't know. These ones I think are okay. But I don't know. I'll think about that. Let me just pick my first 24. Oh my gosh, I could pick one from each color and get 24. I did want Scrappy. I want that one. Like this. I love these colors so much. This is so cool. Are you guys do you guys prefer pre-cuts or do you like yardage? I'm typically a yardage person. Hi, Mathalie. Thanks for being here. Yeah, binding is a good idea. Make a scrappy binding. Hey, Manon. I probably butchered your name. We have there's yeah, Yardage Manon from Mom and Me Quilting Co. is She actually is a free motion quilting instructor also, and she's going to be having a summit coming up here soon for another free motion quilting summit. Norma likes yardage. Yeah, I like yardage. Okay, both of these, because there's only two of that sort of mustardy color. Do you like both of these? Like this. It's going to be really scrappy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 13. Love gingham. 14. 15. I picked this color already. 16. 17. Why is this so difficult? I'm gonna use this one. 2. I'm gonna use that one. 5, 2. 23. It's all right. I like the darker. 24. Okay, that's it. I've made up my mind. Those are my 24. Now all there is to sew these suckers together. Switch this over some. It was kind of quiet last time I did a live sew in, and I didn't realize because I was newer to YouTube that you couldn't play music in the background without it being a copyright issue. So, got it. Why is that? Oh, got to do the sounds of silence. Okay, Mary. No, that is incorrect. My foot was down, my lever, and it wasn't catching in between all the spots. Oops. It goes for a while. And if you read ahead in your pattern, you'll see that we're basically just making rail fence blocks. Because once we sew our strips together and cut them, it's just a rail fence. And then it's just a matter of how we position them to form the maze of the blocks. Seems crooked. Maybe it's just me. Wonder. No, that's not going to work. Debating on if I should move the camera. I'm just going to leave it. Messing with things too much gives you issues. Bomb cherry juice. Hello. That's a fun name. Hey, Sheila from Virginia. Thanks for being here. Gwen, you like both yardage and the jelly roll. Yeah. The jelly rolls, I feel like that's a treat for me. I don't, I when I'm feeling happy and it's like, oh my gosh, I need some fabric and I deserve it. I deserve a new jelly roll. Because sometimes I have a hard time paying that, $50 for all those strips, but I do love that they are all coordinated and ready to go. I'm just going to get to stitching, just mix up my strips here in random. I hope this looks okay I think it's going to look okay in my head. Just get going here. I like to make a test block to see what it'll look like. So once I do, well, no, because I want to, yeah, we'll see. But stitch these out and then once I get enough, I'll make a test block that I can do like a scrappy. Gonna strip piece a bunch of these together and or chain piece, I should say. Not just kind of keep going. This one. All those over there. So you guys got big plans for the weekend? I don't. It's gonna be nice outside, so I want to do something. Get outside and do something. So maybe go for a walk with my sister or something. Or go to the mountains. What's nice about Colorado, you're never too far from the mountains to go take a drive and hang out for the day, unless you're like really far east. But um, Sharon says, I love the wall hanging on your back wall. Oh, those diamonds. Yeah, thank you. That was it's all half square triangles. And it's just, making the colors come together and meet. Ooh, another snow there? Where, I forget, where did you say you were, Manon? What state, or were you in Canada too? I can't remember. Yeah. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah, that was, I like how just doing a simple quilt can look so cool. It's just half square triangles and that's it. You get it's all in just how the fabric and everything coordinates. And then you can't see it from here, but I did feathers in different colors going up at an angle on all of the angles there. Oh, yeah. Okay, Manon, you're in Canada. Yeah. You're supposed to get a lot of snow there anyway. Bomb Cherry Juice likes yardage too. Doesn't matter if I get yardage or pre-cuts, I do still tend to hoard both. And this uh, jelly roll, I don't even remember when I bought it, but I was like, oh, it's too pretty to open. So it sat. I've got a cave facet layer cake that I haven't opened yet because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It has to be the perfect quilt. What am I going to do? Oh, well, that's interesting, Linda. So I'm in two different places. She says on the TV, I'm at the sewing machine, and here you are sitting talking. On the TV, you are at the sewing machine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this streaming thing. Like I said, this is my first time trying this OBS studio thing, and I'm trying to get my YouTube game up to par and trying these new softwares. It's kind of, I'm gonna do one thing I did find when I was making this quilt is my seams were not a quarter inch like they should have been. And so when it came time to put the 6.5 inch squares on to the rail fence blocks, the um, blocks were a little bit too big. So I had to trim them down a little bit to make it be flush. But that's okay. I don't think I've had any that have been a complete quarter inch the entire way down the whole 2.5 inch strip. So that's okay. I might have to turn on the ceiling fan. Even. Another April from Charleston, West Virginia. Thanks for being here. I have not sewn on my sewing machine for since I finished the binding on my last quilt. So I needed something to do because I felt I was getting antsy because all I was doing was just kind of making some sample pieces on my free motion quilting, but I wasn't making any quilts. So it's nice to get back to the machine and just stitch. Are any of you like midnight quilters? Do you stay up late and sew, or are you morning quilters? Thanks, April. I'm glad you like the pattern. It turned out funner than I thought it would. I don't know if it was because of the fabrics. Um, Right. Nice and simple. Julianne, you're a, a night owl for quilting. I used to be when I was younger. I started as a garment sewer and I used to make all my own clothes because I basically, except for jeans, I did try jeans, but they did not. They looked like they were hand sewn. Um, but out of necessity, and I like was so broke when I was younger, and I would just make the majority of my clothes. And I would come home from work, I'd cut out a pattern, stay up all night sewing it, and then I'd wear it to work the next day. Those days are gone. I think my max is like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and then I'm out. See how many I have after this, and I might start cutting some. And you know, they say when you're cutting sewing strip sets that you should sew from one direction and then sew your next strip on from the opposite direction. By the time I start sewing, I never know. After I cut everything apart, I can't remember what side was the top or what was the bottom. So I don't follow that really, unless I'm doing like a whole bunch of strips. Like if I'm sewing like five or six together, then I'll try to pay a little bit more attention. But otherwise, no. Gwen, you like getting up in the morning and sewing? Yeah. But sometimes you stay up cutting fabric so that you can get up early in the morning and sew. Um, Julianne sews, she says, my mom has dementia, so I sew when she sleeps. That's a good time to get that done. Gwen, are you sewing the background strips to the colors? Yes. So I'm going to sew these in strips of three. So you're going to have one, right? Yeah. You're going to have two fabric A colors and one background fabric. So your color um, fabric A is going to be on the outsides and your background fabric is going to be in the middle. So now I'll take another, oh, let's do this one. So I'll take this one and now I will sew that to the background piece. So two colors and a background, whatever color your background's going to be. I'm lazy and I don't feel like ironing all of these before. Sometimes I give it a finger press and sometimes I just go. It all depends. Um I get anxious to get things sewn and so I don't. Oh, that reminds me, I should have taken a picture of the jelly roll before I, oh well. Darn it. Rethreaded. I thought I turned that on silent. Sorry. You're Yes, sewing the background strips to the colors so that there's two colors, one background. Yeah, I do have to iron. I have it set up. I just yeah, so I'll be doing that. Charlotte stays up late cutting fabric so she can sew in the morning and the afternoon. Cool. Yeah. It's nice to sew first thing in the morning. It's quiet, especially in the summer, you can open the windows and there's that nice summer morning breeze and it's just calming. I'm going to sew like four of these and then I'm going to iron them and um, cut them so we can see what it's going to look like. A lot of times when I sew, I make the first square to see what it's going to look like, the first block, and then I just pin it up to my wall so that as I'm going, if I get confused on the other ones, I'll have my reference block to look at. Yeah. Decisions. Guess I'll do a peach. It's like I have to use up all the strips, so I don't know why I spend so much time deciding on what goes where because I've got to use them all. Um, April, I have an odd question. Why do I not hear your machine? Really? You can't hear it? Oh, that's surprising. I don't know. Gwen, I like your sewing studio. Thank you. It's just my spare bedroom. There's so much I want to do. I want to put some shelves up and stuff and I haven't and you can probably see in my I'll just switch this and you can see in the background here I have the long arm and stuff and I have another chest of drawers I need to put under there but yeah it's it'll do. I see everybody posting pictures online and I think gosh I wish my room looked like that but don't we always think the grass is greener. um Hi Gloria from Nashville. I thought we had somebody else on here in Nashville. Julianne. Oh, YouTube blocks background noise. I did not know that. I thought I was being all loud and that's, that's interesting. See again, more stuff that I'm learning about YouTube because I have no idea. It did, however, pick up that background music and got me that copyright slap, but okay. Just can't get over how pretty and vibrant these colors are. Three. Oh, I haven't used the orange yet. I'll use the dark. This is so cute. It would make such a pretty like dress. Some of these prints. Love them. So let me ask you guys a question. Because I've been doing mostly just free motion quilting tutorials on my YouTube, I was debating. I mean, I have to sew quilts because I need something to free motion quilt on. But would you like to see other little projects as well, especially things that you can free motion quilt on after, like pouches or tote bags or small little projects, something like that? Let me know if that's something that you wouldn't mind seeing, or if you just prefer it stay all free motion quilting all the time. I feel like I do so much that I can film in the whole quilting process that I should just put some other stuff on there. But it would be predominantly free motion quilting, but just here and there, I would do some other quilty type uh, demos. Julianne says yes. Cool. I've got ideas. I got lots of ideas flowing around in this brain of mine. Probably an overflow. I don't know if you guys, like me, I write down in my notes app on my phone all the different ideas for different projects I want to make, or different YouTube videos I want to post, or real ideas for Instagram. Everything is in my notes in my phone. So lots of ideas. I just need to act upon them now. Water. Love these gingham. This reminds me of back in the 70s, the gingham print. My sister, one of my sisters was an avid seamstress also, and she had these bell-bottom pants that were orange gingham, and I thought they were the coolest thing. And I wished that they were mine. I remember they were like, yeah, they were bell bottoms and they had cuffs down at the bottom, like kind of like a wide leg in the 70s. They were cool. I need something made out of gingham. Norma, I'd like to see other demos for getting, yeah, new ideas. Linda, I like the flying geese pillow. Wasn't that fun? That was like a happy little accident. I'm like, well, let me see how this is going to turn out. I just wasn't quite sure. She is talking about another baby lock projects, free project. You can find it on my website. It's a flying geese pillowcase, pillow cover, and it's quilted. Um, Sheila, small projects are nice. Thank you. Yeah, I really like should I grab it? Let me grab it real fast and you guys can see the flying geese pillow. We got time. It's going to take me 2 seconds. One, 1.5. Two. Okay, scoot this back. This is the flying geese pillow. Scoot this over. It's just a fun little quilted, uh, kind of a king size pillow cover. I just made all the flying geese and that was it. These are half, they're square triangles. I didn't do the traditional flip, stitch and flip flying geese. I did the half square triangles. And then I just put in some fun free motion quilting designs on them. So yeah, that was a fun one. Free project. Okay. I'm putting it on the right side. Okay. Small projects it is. So much you could do with small project. I've done coasters, little quilted coasters. I want to work my next one. I think I might do a table topper that's made out of Dresden's. So, we'll see. But I do several projects for Baby Lock per year. Then I get these cool machines for free. But it's not really free. I have lots of obligations, but it's sewing obligations. So it's not like it's something that I wouldn't be doing anyway. I'm already sewing 24/7 typically in quilting. So it just flows really, really well through. Two, three more, no, two more, and then I'm going to iron and cut because I want to make one block. One, don't have those two together. We'll do small scale green. Thanks, Norma. Yeah, I think the table topper would be the Dresden thing would be kind of cool. It's I'm looking forward to doing that one. I think I might start it this weekend. See how it goes. Okay. One other thing I have on the horizon is to do a class on yarn couching. So I started filming some of that. I don't know when it'll be available. I'm doing it in pieces when I have time. So, but I love yarn couching. It's so fun. Oh, I thought I sewed this on the wrong way. Are you guys watching any good movies? I see that I Wicked for Good is coming streaming. I think it's starting to stream on TV this weekend or something. I haven't seen that. I might have to give it a watch. I like that one or this one. Remember before you had to go to the movies to see everything and then it didn't come on TV or VHS for like a year or two. And now we could just watch things right away. So it's even if you don't go to the movie theaters, it'll be on in about 3 months, it'll be on TV. Something sounds like it's hitting. Oops. Ugh, that one's a little too big of a seam. Is that all of them? Iron going. Yeah, I like this project because it just goes so fast to sew these strips and cut them. I like anywhere I can think of as a shortcut to do strip piecing in my quilts for 9 patches or for just regular long strips, 4 patches, anything. I'm all about strip sets and then cutting them down to size. Thanks, Manon. Looks fabulous. I'm excited. Let me get these ironed to start. And I'm going to be ironing, I'm pretty sure it says in here, towards my fabric A, which is what would be the gold fabric here, but that'll be my jelly roll strips are going to be my fabric A. So I'm going to press everything towards fabric A. I do not press open. If you want to press open, knock yourself out. I need water in my iron. I don't know about you guys, but I love steam when I'm pressing. So good that the window open. Just gonna cut a few. probably doing this all wrong when it comes to doing a solum, but I just want to have a few of them, and then I'll finish sewing the rest of my strips together. Let's do, I like to layer my strip sets one on top of the other. Sometimes if I don't layer them, I will simply take one strip set and fold it in half and cut that way. That seam didn't go over. I feel like again, it's that impatience thing, and I want quick results. I'm just going to cut a couple. See that mine are not totally even. I'm just going to do a few. And we're cutting 6.5-inch strips. So your strip set in a perfect world will measure 6.5. Mine are just about there. I think my seams might be a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch, a skosh. So you can see mine are just like an eighth away from being 6.5, but that's probably just how I sewed on this particular portion of the strip. So I'm gonna cut anyway. I see what I did with my, gosh, I can't believe I lost my rotary cutter again. It was right here. Did it fall? You have some Twizzlers. Oh my gosh. How do you lose things in like two? Oh, I put it back in the holder. I'm just going to trim. Scoop this. I'm going to trim so that my selvages are gone. Here. Gotta scoot this up to the one line to 6.5. 1, 2, 3. Gotta look at it like 500 times and make sure. And then, yeah, well, that's confusing. Huh. And then 13. Just by way of example, that looks so much darker. Maybe I need this over here. Oops. So there we have like a bunch of fun braille fins blocks. And then it's just a matter of putting those together in the different ways, but we can go over that next week if you join me. And I just wanted to cut some and see how they looked. So just to make sure, here's the 6.5-inch block that I cut. And this block should be the same size as my rail fence block. So that when I put them side by side, yep, they are going to match up. Yeah. So I was going to suggest if you happen to sew ahead and you do cut out your 6.5-inch squares and they're a little bit too big because you sewed your seams a little bit further in, you're going to have to trim your 6.5-inch squares to the exact size of your 6.5-inch rail fence piece. So let's keep on stitching. These colors are so pretty. Love it. Gotta have a Twizzler break. My favorite candy. Oh my goodness. Carolyn from Nova Scotia, Canada. Welcome, Carolyn. Charlotte, loving the scrappiness of the strips. Isn't it fun? Oh, Carolyn, you were having internet problems. Isn't that the worst? We just don't realize how the internet controls our lives. We need it. And when we don't have it, it's like chaos. So thirsty. Okay, I'm going to take this down and continue sewing my strips. But you see how fast this goes together. It's just crazy. You can always too, after if you're doing scrappy, you can always match up your strips ahead if you are too indecisive when you're sewing and it's taking too long for you to figure out which two strips, if you're doing scrappy, that you want to have together. So you can always just match them up into pairs after you open your jelly roll or your strip sets. If you're doing scrapping, just match them up ahead of time, and that will help you with some of the indecision on what goes with what. So I might do that here. Put a couple of these together. What if I made enough? I feel like I don't have enough, but I did 12. Okay, just overthinking. I just got to keep going. Got a lot of green in here. I guess it's a good idea to match them up if you're doing scrappy so that you don't have when you're left and then at the end and you're left with the matching and then you have to have a background with two of the same colors on one side, but still won't be that bad. It's still fine. This. Is that 2 or 1? That's 2. I've had too many here. Those 2. Strip. Mm, I don't know about the grades. Screw it. These 2. feel like I didn't cut enough background strips. I thought I counted correctly. You know, 24 of those, 12 of those. Maybe I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. It's nice I have that fabric holder on my long arm. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I guess I took out too many color strips from my jelly roll. Let's make sure I don't have something in here that I really want. I need more of that bluish color. That. I counted way too many strips. I was like overzealous when I counted my jelly roll strips. So these are all extra. Hope I have enough. There should be enough variety. Okay. These get tossed on the floor. And we continue. I get so many extra. Oh, yeah, Gwen, I did say I wanted to make it bigger. That was probably the issue. I think tomorrow I might sit down and kind of recalculate to make it bigger, how many more strips I need so I know exactly. So I'm not ending up with a whole bunch of extra. Gwen, yes, this will be on YouTube. Once the live is over, it's going to be in my channel like a regular video would. Oh, sent it to some of her club members. Thank you. um, Loving the scrappiness. Cool. All right. Moving forward. I didn't even have my Twizzlers. I love these. Do you guys have a favorite snack for your sewing room snack? I love candy. It's bad for me, but I love it. Oh, a couple. My sisters and I had, and one of her friends had a Bridgerton viewing party, and I was hosting, and so one of the things I did was I put Twizzlers into a vase like it's flowers, but it was just, just happy candy in a vase. Because my whole family knows how I'm a fiend for. Um, hey Carol, yeah, I will be here again at 6 next week. Hey Ron from Ensenada, Mexico. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate having you here from so far away. Um, but I'm still going. I'm not stopping yet. I'm still sewing. So, Julianne, Cheez-Its are your thing. Oh, and now there's so many different flavors of Cheez-Its. There didn't used to be like that. It used to just be cheese. Now there's like a bunch. Um, oh, Norm says reminds her of Eleanor throwing on the floor. Yeah, throw it on the floor. You should can't tell you how many rollers I went through on my vacuum because all those strings and stuff I pick up as best I can. But all those strings and rollers like get rolled up on the roller and then it's like, oh my gosh, nothing is picking up because the roller is totally full of string and skinny pieces of fabric. Hey, let's get going. I never know. Chocolate chip cookies for Charlotte. Anything chocolate for Renee. Yeah, I'm more oh, that's not gonna work. I'm more hooked on non I don't I could live without chocolate. I can go throughout the rest of my life and not have any chocolate. But I can't go throughout what my life without the refined sugar in candy. April is dark chocolate. A lot of chocolate fans. Why is that? Why is chocolate so such an addicting candy that everybody loves? It's just it's interesting what people's vices are. Oop. Okay, cool. Oh, Gwen, that's your sister's favorite candy also. It's the best. Some people try to say that red vines are better, but red vines is like those wax lips from when we were a kid that you would get when you were trick or treating and how you'd eat it anyway. It was literally wax with sugar. And that's what the red vines taste like is wax lips. But the regular Twizzlers are divine. Sounds, I don't know why that sounds, it's making a weird kind of sound. Oh, Norma, you like mixed nuts while you're sewing? I like peanuts, but I'm not really, I could do without all the other nuts, but I do like peanuts. I just realized by me putting these in pairs, it doesn't really help because I'm chain piecing and I'm not going to remember what goes with what. I'll try to put these in order and cut them. So just line them up and hopefully that'll be good enough for me to remember. Oops. My sisters are texting, discussing Love is Blind. I haven't watched this season, so I cannot contribute. Might be fun to do something like this too with just the free motion quilting. So you're like, well, I don't know. See, the ideas are going back in my head of free motion quilt sew-in or something. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. 2, 3. Oh, Manon, you like cookies? What kind of cookies? Oreos, Snickerdoodles. My favorite cookie is oatmeal raisin. Yeah, so um as I was saying before, Manon, who is on here, Mom and Me Quilting Co., is having a move. I don't know if I can say already, Manon, if that's bad, but a summit in May that I will uh, be sending out in my newsletter if anybody wants to take part in that Free Motion Quilting Summit. And then my Free Motion Quilting Summit will be in August this year. So you'll have two of them on the books. Wonder if so how long are the sew-ins that you guys usually do? I never know. And I pop in and out of sew-ins before on YouTube, but I never really paid attention to how much time, how long they were. Because I know we can all sew forever. Just hitting my stride. That one. But these strips go together so quickly, these strip sets. Carolyn asks if I can repeat the cutting, um, the cutting instructions again. Andrew, you always do a great job. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you. Um, so Carolyn, for the cutting instructions, do you mean cutting the strip sets like I was demonstrating when I cut a few of those? Is that what you want me to demo again? If you could just let me know and then I can go ahead and do that. See, I just want to make sure if that's what you were talking about. 2 hours. Okay. So that means we've got 15 minutes. I was thinking 2 hours too. That's what I did for my last one, but I didn't know if I was cutting it short or if it should have been longer. Okay, so yeah, Carolyn, I can do that. Let me switch over to my quilty cam here, back at the table. Pull these aside. And that. Don't want to ruin my Twizzlers. See, one thing I wish if I had like a bigger sewing room, I would be able to have like the table with the cutting mat on it full time. But my long arm takes up so much room, I have to, I don't have space for that. But at any rate, I digress. Okay, so here's my strip set. I sewed my 3 strips together, 2 fabric A, 1 fabric B, which is my background. You can either, yeah, so I pressed 2 fabric A. So I pressed my seams out. Don't look at the back of this one. I got kind of funky, same one. But um, when you're cutting your strips, you can just double them up, fold them over on themselves like this, cut off your selvage, and start cutting your 6.5 inch strips or blocks or pieces, whatever you want to call it. I'll call them pieces. You can also layer your strips one on top of the other. Make sure all of your edges are matching and that they're even. And you can cut that way, or you can always just cut individual strips. You don't have to layer, you don't have to fold them in half. Just do what's most comfortable for you. But once you get your strip set down, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to cut off my selvage edge. I'm just going to match it up with one of the lines on my cutting mat. I'm going to cut off my selvage, line that up. Then all you need to do is measure 6.5 inches from the edge and cut. All of the pieces are going to be 6.5 inches. All of your uh, background pieces that we cut are 6.5 by 6.5 squares of solid background pieces, and these strip sets are 6.5 by 6.5 also. So I just measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5, takes me to here from where I am. And then I just simply cut. And there I have my 6.5 inch piece. And I just do that for my entire strip set. You will get, let me look here. Did I? Yeah. You'll be able to cut 6 of these rail fence units out of one whole strip set. So you're going to have 6 of these. And then once we get all the strip sets cut, or these pieces cut, then we just kind of flip them horizontally or vertically. And that's how we're going to make our whole block. So, but I'll show more on that next week as I'm actually stitching it. This week was more about the getting our strip sets cut and everything cut and the strip sets sewn. And then next week, if you're sewing along with me, we'll cut and sew the blocks together. And if we have time, then also do because there's sashing in between it also, in between all of the blocks with cornerstones. Did that, did that help, Carolyn? Did that answer your question? So if you're sewing on your own, you'll have an idea of how to continue on with that. Okay. I'm on a roll. I feel like I'll probably keep sewing after. My goal this weekend is to get all of my strips sewn together and pressed. And then next week I will cut everything. That means I'll probably have to find a new project to work on this weekend. Oh, I was going to do the Dresden thing, but I want something else to sew. I kind of want to do kind of want to make the luminary quilt by Jamie Bright, Craft a Dream. I don't know if you've seen that. I bought that pattern because it's just so pretty and I want to make that. So maybe I'll get started making that pattern for myself also. Craziness. Crazy. I'm surprised how warm it is. I really don't know if it's these lights or if it's just because it's that summer thing coming, even though we're that our our fake spring, because it's not supposed to be spring yet. Oh wait, I think today is the first day of spring, isn't it? I'm almost positive it is. First day of spring. Huh, my phone know what I wanted to do before I. Oh yeah, today was the first day of spring. And hopefully, I'm sure we're going to be getting more snow at some point before June, since it snows into like late May. I can't believe I messed those. I'll do this color there. Yeah, I think I will definitely make this a bigger one. Hopefully not so big that I can't get it into my long arm. I only have an 8-foot frame. So otherwise I'll have to do it on my sit down machine, which is right there. I don't know if you guys looked at the back of the pattern. I also provided some little worksheets on some free motion quilting stitches that I had done, what I put into my quilt. And so I just put a couple practice sheets in there in case that's something that you want to do. If you want to quilt yours the same way I quilted the original one, there's some practice sheets if you need them. My original quilt had nothing but ribbon candy and stippling. Okay, you're welcome, Charlotte. To make the instructions clearer in your mind. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes it's better to have a visual than just only reading the instructions. So yeah, totally with you on that. So if you guys do decide to sew ahead and you finish your quilts this weekend, do share. I would love to see them. Um, you can tag me on Instagram or Facebook with the little at symbol and merry-go-round quilts, or you can email them to me. And then if you don't mind, I will share them on my social media page. So either way, I just like seeing all the different color combinations that you might be coming up with. So oopsie. Oh, shoot. It's a little wider than 1/4 inch, but I'm not ripping it out. Takes a lot for me to rip anything out because I'm not. I like to. Manon, now you're craving cookies. Not all for. Yeah, I think those ones are done. Now I just have to add the second color to the rest of these. Try to keep them in some sort of an order so I can, since I matched up my pairs earlier. Ah, My sewing table has, maybe next time I'll put this out. Oh, shoot. My sewing table has an extension on the back. Maybe next time I'll pull out that extension because my strip set just fell behind my sewing machine because I wasn't holding on to it. Darn it. So I'm gonna have to pull it out from against the wall to grab that. Mm. Oh well. I guess that's a good place to end it since my strips fell behind the wall or behind the cabinet, and I gotta pull everything out now and reach. And it's weird because underneath my sewing cabinet, it has like a there's like a bit of a wall there, a bit of a barrier, so I can't just reach my foot in and grab it because there's a wood piece that goes across the back of my cabinet. Oh, Twizzlers. It's like, who doesn't? When is not a good time? I mean, it's like I crave Twizzlers all the time. But I am going to go ahead and stop there. It has been a fun 2 hours. I'm so glad you all came and joined me. It's so much fun to sew together, even though I can't see your faces. Um, but it's still fun. And maybe that's something we can do in the future is like do a Zoom sew in and then everybody can see each other and maybe talk and take off your microphones and chat if you want to speak out loud and not just type it in the chat. But yeah, I think that is it. I'm going to probably be here for another couple minutes, but if you want to quit, you can. Darn it. That is just bothering me. I gotta grab a ruler and see if I can scoot my fabric across the wall. Isn't that what rulers are for? To grab. Oh, this works perfect. Ah, got it. Excellent. Oops. Mission accomplished. Oh, there was only two, two left on this one. Okay. Thank you, Norma. Appreciate it. Thank you, Georgette, for coming, and Crystal. Thanks for being here for your first live with me. I appreciate it. This is my second live sew-in, but I've had a couple other lives on other different free motion quilting techniques that were also um, fun. My lives are always on Fridays at 6 p.m. I work full time, so I have to wait till I stop my day job. And Fridays I work from home. So it's an easy day to transition to just run upstairs and get myself together for a live. Sharon, thank you. See you next week. Julianne, thanks. I'll see ya. You guys are such a great bunch. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. I'll leave this open in case I'm delayed on the chat. Oh, Sharon can't hear me? Oh, that's weird. My microphone's on. It's turning green, so I know that it's working. I'm excited to see my quilt. Thanks, Manon, for being here. I appreciate you, Linda. See you next week. Crystal, everybody, Vicky, bye. All right, I'm going to call it. Thanks, you guys. I'll see you next week. I'll send out another email if you're on my email list so you'll get notification of the lives. If not, just check. If you're not on my email list, just go into any of my videos, and in the description, you'll see a link for my newsletter, and you can sign up for that and get notified when I'm live. But I will be here next week at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will continue to sew our Be Amazed quilt. Again, if you make it, if you can't wait and you finish the whole thing, do tag me or email it to me so I can see. Okay, well, thank you, Linda. It's your first live also. Great to have you here. I appreciate it. Okay, I can stay on here forever, you guys. I'm going to go. I will see you all next week. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave them in the chat or send me an email at hello@merry-go-round quilts, and I will see you soon. Bye.